continue, I think I may have forgotten. This is a big may. But I may have forgotten to save my state. Did I? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, wait, we're good. I didn't. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. I was so nervous, I thought I was goofed over. I thought I forgot to save. But no, we're good. We're good. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago. 2 days ago. 2 days earlier. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It was wine. Edgeworth went on a wild bender. At the airport. Classy. Yes, everything began high up in the air. 9,000 feet in the air, to be precise. Thank you for flying I Fly Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Whoa, wait, was that? Oh man. Awful. That was probably an expensive wine too. And it's everywhere. Just everywhere now. March 12th, 6:13 a.m. Flight I-390, first floor lounge. Honestly, this is because he didn't wear his seatbelt. He didn't listen, and he fell. Near. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Ha! Slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though, admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Oh, yeah. Edgeworth has earthquake issues. They're not good for him. They're, in fact, very much bad for everything involving him. If I must say. No, you've dropped it in the wine. What's this? A travel wallet. But it's not mine, and you've gotten it full of wine. Like, awful. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? My head. Why won't this headache go away? I've been poisoned. I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. Oof, ouch. Edgeworth just is out of luck today. This is like bad memory bingo for the guy. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. So I should say, spoiler warning for anyone who didn't finish the original trilogy, specifically the first game. It's gonna be the first game. Spoiler warning. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. You know what? You should never trust an elevator. What? Oh, whoops, that was loud, sorry. What the? What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask you to please return to your seat. Oh yeah, and look, it's gonna look like we got blood on the wallet. It's gonna look like we murdered this man. Eek! He's dead! Please, calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No, you have it all wrong. It wasn't me. This really is just trauma bingo for him. Like, you got earthquake, like, you got your elevator, you got your murder. Honestly, rip Edgeworth. Am I now the flight attendant? Everyone, I am so sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Teniero. Teniero. Well, as far as I know, I can't tell if that has any sort of pun. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. Minor? An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse and it was murder. What? Murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. You all have generic NPC sprites. You don't get the right to panic. Or to have names. Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. The flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. But someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off. Where are you gonna be let off to? Good luck. Surviving the ocean. Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. A suspect. I'm a suspect. How dare they? I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you, I am not the killer. It's totally going to be the flight attendant. Let me just get a flight attendant stock photo. Attendant. Here we go. Save image as light and add new image. This is going to look really big at first. Please bear with me as I fix this. This picture was oddly shaped. But there's our suspect. The flight attendant. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Ha! Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy. It happens all the time. Haven't you played the trilogy? Now you listen here. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. So you say, however, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. And you're my main suspect. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up. She's totally setting us up. I don't trust her. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. I would like to see you keep me down. You can't stop me. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Your situation, I'm far more concerned with mine and the direction we're going with. I'm not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Yeah, Edgeworth is too cool for that. Miss Teniero, is it? Yes? I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance to prove myself. Oh, maybe that means she isn't the person who did it then. I mean, if she was the one who did it, she probably wouldn't want to give us the chance to prove ourselves. But, you know, I like to believe that she could be the murderer. But you know, just in case, I'll keep that on the back burner. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence right now. Dots. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? Yeah, you gotta be righteous, you flight attendant. How dare you? I'm gonna tank your entire career with my abilities. And I'm just gonna finish. Oh. Stroke pin. Wait. Select. Sorry, I'm trying to make this look cool with a capital C. Export as. Dots. You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. Ooh, she's threatening me now. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day. So please make it quick. I'm being threatened. Of course. As you wish. Good. Very well then. Let's get started. I don't trust her. She's untrustworthy. I know for a fact that I didn't kill the man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. I'm gonna prove her wrong. what Miss Tenero saw. Yeah, we're gonna have to prove her wrong. Also, I totally think I did something wrong. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. Honestly, the real killer is probably not even gonna be her. It's gonna be like the captain is the actual murderer, and while I'm proving this, he's getting away with it. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you, standing there, with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. Are you gonna try to, claim that a wallet was the murder weapon? Because I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous to even suggest. I mean, I get why you might suggest that, but it's not the truth. There we go. We fixed it. She's my suspect. So, if you would please cooperate, we'll just turn you over. Oh, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. Good luck. That's it. That's her evidence. I saw you kill a man with a wallet. That's it. I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I wouldn't agree. Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. Alright, what's my evidence I have? You're not a real professional. Oh, sorry, that is my mother. Give me 1 second. Yes, I am streaming. Go ahead and try the bread. Oh, yes. Being home from college, I get to be asked questions. Alright, 6:15. Sky Magazine. Travel wallet. I think I'm just gonna present the travel wallet because it's clearly not blood, it's wine on it. It was you standing, yeah. Good luck, that's not even blood. Miss €10. What is with this yelling all of a sudden? Her force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Tenero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct? Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a shiver down my spine. I'm getting, dramatic with it. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. Yes, standard part of training where they tell you, here's how to recognize blood. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator. Was this very travel wallet, Miss Tenero? What? Impossible. Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you would agree it's only grape juice. Remember, kids, only grape juice. Ow. I accidentally whacked my keyboard. Only grape juice is allowed in these places. No one drinks wine. How foolish of you to assume. Ah, then, that's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. Scrub mistake, really. What a noob action of you. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not in fact exist. No! There. That should clear up that pesky accusation. Hold it. Wait just a second. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something. I mean, this has to be a rather large wallet. Or do you just carry around like a credit card made of titanium or lead? My leaded card, as I call it. I demand that you show me what's inside, please. She's trembling and tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I got her. There's no need to look inside. You can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself. Sigh, she's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice. But to see what's inside... Miss Teniro, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright, I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here. Ooh, time to open this bad boy up. It seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot, but it's gonna reveal that, like, that's his passport, and the question is gonna be, like, why do we have, the murdered person's passport? And we're gonna be like, next question, please. Wouldn't you agree? Please, hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? She sent me up. Can I take a look? She sent me up, and I'm gonna fall for it. Why not? I'm rather curious myself. It's Hicks. Akbay Hicks. Just as I thought. Oh, he's from Virginia. Interesting. It's all coming together. This travel wallet. Oh, hello, Blue Bulls. Welcome to the stream. Pleasure to have you. Have you missed anything so far? I could fill you in. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Akbay Hicks. Akbay Hicks. Alright. Well, that's good to know. Honestly, it's just started, so there isn't much to miss. Which makes it the victim's property. You stole the victim's wallet. See, she's framing me. Didn't you? How dare you? You said it yourself. You claim to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Dots. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon. But it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Look at her. She's definitely my main suspect. She's also like the only named person I've seen so far. So she's the only person I can suspect. But she won't listen to me. As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? I mean, apparently he had none in his travel wallet. Just his passport. So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How could I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? Ah, darn. Miss Tenero's logic. It's bad. It's actually not too bad, but it's bad because I don't like it. Let's see. What are notes on it? There is but a passport inside. Stop first. I'm gonna point out that there was nothing in this wallet. Because how could I steal money that didn't exist? Yeah. I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenero. What is it now? Miss Tenero, I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? Simply put, as you saw with your own eyes, the only thing inside Mr. Hicks' wallet was his passport. Ah. If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet? Gurk. Ha, but that's right. You, Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't know it was empty when you stole it. You would like to think that, but that's not possible. What do you mean it's not possible? There is no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with. Oh? And what makes you so sure? I don't know. I do not know. Crime scene notes. Stopped at the check documents discovered inside. Oh! It's because there's money all around him, see? That's where all his money went. It's all on the floor, which is the last place you want money to be. If you would recall the crime scene, I admit that the wallet was probably not empty at the time of the murder. I got her. She's almost definitely not the murderer, but I had to blame her. It's pretty evident by the bills and cards strewn around the inside of the elevator. Oh no! I think you've come to realize the problem with your logic. Thank you. I did a quick Google search and I was like, okay, flight attendant. That was actually most of what this stream's been so far, me getting a stock image. I would surmise that the victim's wallet fell out during their struggle. And that's when its contents emptied onto the floor of the elevator. I doubt the killer could have missed such an opportunity. Then you're saying... Yes, according to your supposition, if I were the killer, I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument of theft completely invalid. Maybe I wanted his passport. Forgive me! Please! I mean, no, I'm not gonna forgive you until I meet someone else with a name. Your face, giant quotes, is not going off of my suspect board. Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? We just are gonna cause like a huge panic now though, because everyone's gonna be like, there's a killer on this plane. So that guy isn't the killer? Ha! Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tenero? Yes? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark and looking into the light from the elevator. It's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. It's actually pretty reasonable that you said that. But I'm still blaming you. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. Oh, it's Borginian. Look, it's the language of symbols. Oh, what is it now? He's pointing at us, menacingly. Oh, she's pointing at us, and menacingly. Miss Tenero, if you could please translate, I would be much obliged. It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said that he is giving the runabout. Gasp. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well. See? You, the attendant. Yes. Oh, my bad. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. His face was red, and it very much threw me off. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest till we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time? Keeps pointing at us. You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I am pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Insolent. Well, I'd hope that I don't dissolve in water, but I don't think that's what you meant. Savage. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I'm Zinc LeBlanc. Zinc LeBlanc. The second. Zinc LeBlanc. I also can't tell if that's a pun. I'm a very wealthy man in the Borginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I'm an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout. I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. Oh, there's a crow outside my house. What a wonderful bird. Oh, it's going. Bye. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go into the elevator. Going down to the lounge. Yes, awesome birds. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. Okay, this is my new suspect. What word should I search up to find a stock photo that will represent this man? Clown? Got it. Clown. Save as. Uh-oh. Save image as clown.jpg. And we're gonna just delete this, remove it, yep, it's removed, add source, LeBlanc, there we go. There he is. He's right there. That's our guy. And we're gonna say LeBlanc. I forgot what his first name is Zinc. Like what pennies are made out of. So path from text. Stroke path. And export as. Cancel. This isn't the right. There we go. Sorry. It's taking a bit. There we go. I fixed it. Got him. Dots. And what's the significance of that time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? Ah, what's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was a little bit after that patch of turbulence. So I would say around 6:15. Ah, Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? He keeps pointing at us menacingly. Like he's going to, shoot me with his finger guns. Like he's doing air Tommy guns with his hands. Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. Only grape juice. I was still eating. Still haven't finished, see? The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this moment, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say, but do you have, what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? No, I just proved to you I'm not. She's so fickle. Blaming me again. Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you were quite certain in what you saw. Enough to give testimony? Of course. I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little, smell machine the whole time. He was like a little millennial playing on his phone. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? Okay, Boomer. Got him. It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I also want to remind you this game does take place in, I think, 2018? Oh, I wish I had my friend here. She knows the timeline better. But, like, remember, these are supposed to take place in, like, 2018, 2010s. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. A simple cell phone. A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. Edgeworth is like, I'm an elite gamer. I only play on my desktop computer. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Boomer alert. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tenero? Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. Zinc LeBlanc. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It's fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tenero, be on our side. We're the correct side. We have truth and a logic button. Miss Tenero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ha! This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc, in an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. I'm gonna tear your life apart, Mr. LeBlanc. You are not planning to erase evidence while you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ha, we shall see. He's like, I'm gonna erase evidence for you and make it seem like you did it. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable. I am in your debt, Miss Tenero. However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case. Grrr. I take full responsibility, and I will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. I mean, there's already been some foul play of the highest degree. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to touch the partner button. See, now, I was right. We do get other partners. I was just hoping it would be someone like Franziska von Karma. And you know what? We didn't get her yet. Please. It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Tear. Like, honestly, Franziska and Edward's interactions always just bring a little smile to my face. Mr. LeBlanc seems to be protecting the gargantuan vase on the chair rather closely. On the chair, you could almost say he cherishes this vase. It's a marvelous vase, yes, though, isn't it? Yes, I dare say so as a professional attendant. I don't think there's any real connection between a piece of art and being an attendant. But I'm not just any old attendant. I'm a professional flight attendant. As though there was such a thing as an amateur flight attendant. I mean, yes, it's when you first start out. You don't have that experience. Who is this person? Is this the one who can speak Virginian? Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? That's you there. Yawn. If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you. Does she have a little... She has like a little dog. I wonder if it's real. I hope it's real. I'm terribly sorry that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I would see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Oof. Edgeworth, stop it with your capitalism. We need money to survive. How did you find your meal to be, Mr. Edgeworth? Honestly. Yeah, just fire her. Maybe she'll get a different job. Come to think of it, I forgot all about it. I must have been asleep or something. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Let me prepare you something right away. What are you apologizing for, Miss Tenero? I failed in my professional duties by letting a passenger go hungry. Please, help yourself. If you see anything to your fancy, feel free. I think I'll take my time later, after I've solved this case, thanks. Okay, let's... Whose stuff is this? Oh, this might be the guy's stuff. This was Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about. Perhaps it's in the elevator. Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now. Well, I want to see his stuff. I mean, he's dead. He can't mind. Oh, look. This is Edgeworth. He got chess like a nerd. It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. Well, you should be. I mean, he is a nerd. There's no denying he's a nerd. Look at this mess. Thank you for agreeing. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed, okay? Well, you could go back on my suspect board in a second, so watch your own step, Miss Tenero. I see, I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. Ah. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time. So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place where you think of where the killer might hide on board? Among the crew. I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. Is this only first class? Or, like, were they like, yep, we checked it's the first class, it's okay. Screw all the proletariats in there, in their, economic classes or business classes. This is a bourgeoisie plane now. Eat the rich. As for business... Oh, wait, now they're getting to that. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without a staff key card. And we found no record of a key card being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else had been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered earlier. Either. Honestly, like, do planes have elevators on them, or is that, like, something they thought would happen in 2018? Like, we would start putting elevators in planes. I've never been in first class. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Yeah, I have never either. Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. Upstairs. If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Well, I'm gonna examine this. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up, or someone might get hurt. There's clearly footprints. Aha! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in this scene? It's the footprints. What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they are a set of footprints. So you think? Yes, these belong to our killer. Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class. I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Drat. If only we had Emma Skye here, the detective who can take footprints. Our forensic specialist, as it were. Let's see. None of that looks important. I think maybe this. These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for the warnings, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear any suspicions I have of you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. Drat, so that didn't do with anything. Yeah, let me try to get at the body. What floor does this elevator service? Only the first and second. Although it can go to the cargo hold, how many floors does a plane have? I assumed they only had one. Is this a thing? Do planes really have this? I want to doubt it, but I can't say for certain. However, that requires a flight crew key card. So the only floors I hope not. Honestly, I just don't see what would be the point. But then maybe they do. I mean, you have to somehow get into the lower portions of a plane. I guess I've just never thought about plane floors before. I won't ever rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. That looks like a murder weapon. What is this sinister looking figure on the floor here? Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Mr. I Fly. It's one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell in our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition, and is so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. How decadent. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment. But it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? Examine that money. Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. Look at his lanyard. Ah, a lanyard. They have so many of those at college. I wonder what was hanging off of this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now if I could just put my finger on it. Examine. Why is his hand clutched? I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator of this flight. So, Mr. Hicks, he's really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right here. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. That's not how it works. Why is she my partner? Please, give me someone else. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyways, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could this have been the cause of death? Bludgeoning. He appears to have been struck very hard. Alright. Even his glasses are broken. So I'm going to logic the statue with the, with the Mr. Iffy, because I think those go together. A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who is beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Yes? What is it? Alright, just in. Someone sent me some critical info. And it has been confirmed that elevators are likely not on planes. Therefore, I would like to say this whole game is whack, and I will never trust anything again. The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Thank you to all my special investigators who researched this on my behalf. Well, aren't we observing the master of the obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? It would appear that the figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting. Alright, we have spilled grape juice, broken glasses, and the elevator. I don't think any of those connect yet, though. Let's see if he has anything in his pockets. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope he won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. He's so serious. It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Like an art exhibit? Do we have any info that doesn't match yet with our evidence? Let's see, what is our evidence? Sky Magazine. Flight itinerary. Says drinks at 6 and then a movie. I don't think any of that matches yet. Or like contradicts. Crime scene notes. Documents discovered inside elevator. Alright, I don't know. Oh! No, wait, I don't know yet what, if anything contradicts. It seems that the passport is in there, and I want to examine the passport. Oh, no, I can't examine the passport. How dare I want to see that passport? Mr. Iffy, or iFly. Is it damaged at the front? No, that's just a weird shine, I guess. Examine. I suppose this is where you insert your coins. I have to say, for a piggy bank, it's rather well made. So well, in fact, I think there is not a way. I'm not sure there is a way to take your money out. It's like one of those cartoon piggy banks where they smash them to bits with a hammer. And then you're like, no, why would you do that? Gasp. Yeah. Poor piggy. Destined to be destroyed. The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. They're the worst help. There must still be clues to be found here in the lounge. I must remain ever vigilant. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing. I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut it off. I guess this shaking of the plane was bad enough for it to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. Yeah, he passed out. That's how the travel wallet got on him. There are a few copies of Sky Magazine in the magazine rack. This month's special is an English trivia quiz. That's not a bad idea. I've heard the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. Yeah, you know, a particle for a participle. It's elementary. I won't bore anyone with the details. Because I totally know. Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's ever heard of such a word as participle? Case in point, the grand piano is the pride of this place. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive. That's actually really cool. That's not piano. It's more like an overgrown music box. I don't know, that sounds pretty cool. It's like a player piano. Like they have those. It's just a player piano. Edgeworth, being a snob. But its keys depress along with the music, as though there really is someone playing it. Yeah, it's a player piano, you snob. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. I wonder if we could run Doom on that piano. They've done it before, I think. This door leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it is off limits to unauthorized personnel. This room is giving off the scent of woman's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great. However, to me, it simply smells. We gotta go through the perfume aisle, or perfume section. Not that I have any interest in what lies beyond this door. Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Thank you. Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. He's too busy thinking about how much he hates perfume and the perfume room. Let's see. There's gotta be something else I'm missing. We looked at his body. I don't know, maybe his shoes. There's no grape juice residue on the soles of his shoes, making it highly unlikely that Mr. Hicks entered this elevator after the turbulence. Yikes, I'm struggling. Where was the killer? Okay, I'm gonna connect where was the killer to the spilled grape juice. Oh man, that didn't work. I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. Yikes. They're asking about seltzer water in the other room. I can hear it. Elevator. Were they broken during the murder? Maybe the elevator and where was the killer? Okay, that gave us some info. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. Alright, and then we can say in the elevator with Hicks and the spilled grape juice, which shows that someone moved out of the elevator. I have it. Oh, the dogs are barking. I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes, it's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather, the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. That someone else exited the elevator, alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? But if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Unlike my sole, which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Alright. So we've proven that. Let's see, what else do we have? We have broken glasses. And we have spilt during the turbulence. It looks like footprints and something dragged. So what was dragged? Though maybe that doesn't make sense with our object. Let me look at this piggy bank again. What is this, sinister? An in-flight shop. Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. Door is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered. So, no, it had to be gone during that 15-minute span or something? I'm not quite sure. Let me examine back over by the wine glass. Oh. Unfortunately, the delightful scent of grapes is obscured by the unpleasant smell of the crime scene. There's scent in the air. It's the same smell as the smell of my towels after they come out of my home dryer. What is your home dryer doing? I would have never expected something like that by looking at you. What? I suppose everyone has something unpleasant about them. How is that something unpleasant about her? It's about her dryer. Yeah, get a new dryer. I'm very confused why that says anything about her. A pity that a bronze statue knows not when a good drink has been spilt at its feet. This is our statue of our founder, Hugo I Fly. Hugo I Fly, who was a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet. Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? She's gonna go back later, take like 3 bottles of grape juice, and spill them at his feet. Alright. What am I missing? I still can't leave. We might have to use our partner button. Are you in need of assistance? Yes. About the victim. I was wondering if you noticed anything, Miss Tenero. Yes, I can't help but notice the sad atmosphere in here. Yes. It is a rather tragic crime. I'll say. Robbing the poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. I believe I mentioned this earlier, but no money was stolen from Mr. Hicks. I assume maybe he hid something in the piggy bank. Oh, yes you did. Sorry for the accusation. But I still insist that there was something off or missing from when he was at his seat. Oh? Something is missing. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear, as a professional flight attendant, that I will capture the culprit with my own hands. And I promise, as a prosecutor, to solve this case with logic and deduction. I should go over all the leads I've collected so far one more time. The key to solving this lies at the intersection of my logic and the evidence. Oh, Sorry, I thought something happened with my stream, but we're good. We're gonna present something, actually. Oh, Even if you show that to me, I still cannot allow you free reign. I'm sorry, but I must admit that I still have my doubts about you. Fine, I'll show you something important then. If these footprints do in fact belong to the culprit, then I would say it was very careless to leave them. If I was the killer, I swear that as a professional killer, I'd never leave footprints behind. Don't say that. That's all well and good, but I'm afraid it's of little use in our pursuit of the killer. I feel like I'm still missing a link or two. Oh. Maybe she'll recognize this item if I show it to her. No. It's just showing her nonsense, I guess. Well, let's see. What can we use to create a deduction or some new evidence? So it's gotta be something here. I'm missing something here specifically. Let's check his body over one more time. What was missing off his lanyard? Maybe, is this photo look like it was something from a lanyard? Maybe the photo. Let's try that. Deduce. And photo? Is that really it? Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? I feel like I got that, but using the wrong solution. Ahem, his cell phone, Miss Tenero. Ah, so I guess because it's not here. Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Once again, I've gotten the correct answer using the wrong equation.